10-4, Forkers. It's your old buddy Sea Monkey here again. Last week, the intrepid crew questioned Anchorage Wynn and Onafello about the Save the Fork meeting and movement in an attempt to get to the bottom of what the hell was going on with this threatening note that Sandy received. Clinton got grumpy about Ona's bougie bakery, and Mikey really just wanted bread. Anyway, our boys tracked the rumors they heard from Ona about a shady tweed coat wearing devil man to the backyard of Ona's house and promptly got attacked by the giant crab again. It's just another day in Moon Fork, isn't it? Something about this town. It seems to breed strangeness and adventure. Stay safe out there. Sea Monkey out.
Clinton, I imagine you were kind of like picking around the front of the house since Lark took the back, and I'm imagining that this is happening kind of in the alleyway between the two houses. So you both can kind of turn the corner and converge upon where this crab is attacking Mystic Mikey. Mystic Mikey, I will say that part of the hard move, I think, will be just like you just having time to like yell out before this creature brings down one of its pin-like legs, as I was saying, one of its legs. I'll just shorten to now. And you manage to roll out of the way. Unfortunately, you do crush the spider in your hand, so you have a dead spider in your hand. And you do take one harm as the creature kind of nicks the side of your abdomen. But now Lark and Clinton are aware of the situation, and you're all kind of converging on the crab.
Is this like a woody environment?
Is it a woody environment? It's more like a main street of a small town, I would say. So woods are closer than they might be in like a true suburb, but they are not ever present. Like there are a few trees in front yards, but yeah.
I'm going to use a flamethrower on this thing.
Okie dokie. You are near houses.
How near?
like you're in between two houses in a relatively not packed residential area. Mm-hmm. So I would say you could like probably fire a flamethrower without like catching one of the houses on fire. You will just have to be careful because you're in this alleyway between two houses that I would say is probably no more than 10 yards apart, 15 yards apart.
Okay, yeah, that seems like a bad idea. I'm just going to try to stab it with my magic dagger instead.
Okay. Roll to kick some ass, which is plus weird for you now, right?
It is, yeah, and I got a 13.
Wow, okay. So Lark and Clinton, you see Mystic Mikey's glow, which you've noticed has only kind of been this ambient thing to date. Since Mikey leveled up, we haven't seen him really flex in combat yet. You see the glow intensify to the point where it is not quite blinding, but pretty intense for the eyes. And in this moment where he stabs forward with the dagger, you see the light kind of all make its way into the dagger's blade as he thrusts forward. So as you roll kick some ass, let's see, with a 13 plus, that's pretty good. Yeah, so on a 12 plus, you may choose to either do what you wanted and something extra, or to do what you wanted to absolute perfection. So you can like do one of the things that it's listing out. So you can like suffer no harm at all. Your attack inflicts. Oh wait, no, sorry, that was act under pressure. The kick some ass moves are a lot more straightforward. So you can completely hold the advantage. So all hunters involved in the fight get +1 forward. You suffer no harm at all. Your attack inflicts double the normal harm. Your attack drives the enemy away in a rout. So some pretty good options for you here.
I will. So +1 forward is like they get +1 to everything.
Correct.
For like for like the duration of the combat.
Right.
That seems good. Or I could do double damage. That would be 4 damage. That's probably pretty good. I'm going to give everyone +1 forward because I just love the homies so much.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you stab forward this blade, how much damage are you doing regularly?
It's 2 magic damage.
2 magic damage. Okay, so that kind of, you feel it pierce through that hard outer carapace. And it kind of swipes awkwardly across its face as you're kind of stabbing it from the front here. One thing you do see is like the body that you stabbed is very small. The legs are like the main thing that gives it kind of a presence at all. Like the body that you stabbed is probably no more than like 1.5 foot. It's a very small area. And so it's hard for it to hit like directly in front of it because its front legs are so long. But it does slash across and kind of nick your arm again for 1 harm. And yeah, that's what it does. At this point, you kind of see the neighbor pop out, and they, interestingly enough, they hop on the type of call that doesn't seem to like be a 911 call. Like they're not saying like their location or like they're not they're calling someone that's not 911. You can tell. But we can get to Lark and Clinton now.
Yeah, I think for me, I mean, I'm kind of, as per usual, when I see my friends getting attacked, I'm pretty worked up and enraged now. And I think I'm also going to use my newly leveled up big whammy power to use my powers to kick some ass as well, rolling plus weird.
Okay. Yep, for sure. Do that.
While he's doing that, can I run and grab and pull Mikey away? Can I try to do that?
Yeah, for sure. That would probably look like a protect someone. So you'll have to roll plus tough for that as well.
Okay. Well, I'll wait till after the roll then. I don't want to interrupt.
Nice. I rolled a 13.
Okay, 13. Again, great. So you can do all those same things. You completely hold the advantage. All hunters get +1 forward. You suffer no harm at all. Your attack inflicts double the normal harm. Your attack drives the enemy away in a rout.
I mean, I think that maybe driving it away is good. I mean, like last time we saw that this is a pretty tough thing. What do y'all think?
I feel like we could take it.
Great. Okay. I'll do double damage then, I think. So like I'm gonna kind of like whatever the magic dagger was, like I'm kind of picturing that like I have some sort of like a connection with it, maybe like I can kind of like twist it kind of back up into it, maybe trying to go for some of its arms or legs or something.
Sure. So what are you swinging with, or what weapon are you using?
Yeah, so this is just says use my powers to kick some ass. So I think whatever magic I have, I'm using that. So that also, I guess, could just be the lighter. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you like pull out your lighter and almost like Dragon of the West style, like blow like a flamethrower in itself, but a little more controlled. You like blow a wreath of flames toward the creature, who kind of like rears back, and now its full attention is on you. And it kind of scuttles sideways in this very like strange, definitely inhuman and like terrifyingly so gesture, and like stabs forward. and hits you for 2 harm. Meanwhile, how much damage did you do with your fire attack?
So
You
that
said
was
double
so
damage.
that was 2 for double damage, so 4 harm.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, it's looking pretty scorched, and some of that same blood that you saw, or that kind of like weird volcanic, like weird magma blood, starts to seep out of its carapace.
So what's the layout of the scuffle right now?
So you all are in the alley between these 2 homes. So it's kind of like just a grassy kind of like throughway. You all are kind of each surrounding, taking a position around the crab, who has its back to the house of the woman who was taking her corded phone out of the front door and obviously talking to someone in rushed tones, but it didn't sound like it was emergency responders. And it's funny that you ask now, because who runs up to the conflict but Mr. Leonard Fish, who you met earlier, gun drawn. And he takes a couple of shots at the crab, and they both miss the crab and nearly miss hitting Clinton. And he goes, I'm here to help you fellas.
Whoa,
Really?
whoa.
Don't just point that thing anywhere, man. I mean, come on, jeez.
Hey, what the hell is this thing? This could be great for the theme park over there.
What are you talking about? We need to kill this thing.
Yeah, I mean, we could put it in a museum or something when we're done with it. Taxidermy it.
Let's deal with the problem at hand, please. Can you distract it by any chance, Mr. Fish?
I'm here to fight. I'm not here to run.
Okay,
And
start.
he brandishes his weapon again.
Put the gun down.
No, it's okay. I'll hit it this time. He's not going to act until a little bit of a later time, but he does join the fray.
I was thinking every time I do something, the wrong thing happens, so it doesn't really matter what I do here. But I was thinking, because it is a crab, and I'm more used to blue crabs, but if you get behind a crab, you can kind of grab it from the back with minimal damage. So I was hoping to approach the crab from behind, and because I don't really have a weapon that's useful, I was just going to get the flashlight and just try to crush the top of it.
Yeah, for sure. You can do that. We'll say that just for flavor, like the positive thing that Leonard Fish did by almost killing Clinton was like distracting the crab enough that you're able to kind of run around its flank. And you kind of smash down upon it with the flashlight. So go ahead and roll kick some ass.
Okay, I get to see what I get +1, right?
You do.
From
Yep.
Mikey?
Good memory.
Okay.
Yep.
Kick my ass.
Also,
is...
Mikey, mark experience for your failure that started this fight. Just remembered. Go ahead, Lark.
I already did that.
Perfect.
I'm assuming kick some ass is tough.
Tough.
Yep. Mhm.
Okay.
Unless you have a different modifier for it.
Fuck. I got a 4.
I feel like, did you pick up something that made your like tough
No,
rolls sharp, or is that
act under pressure? I
Okay,
get
yeah,
sharp
yeah.
instead
Okay.
of cool.
Yeah, so a 4 will stand, and is that including the +1? It doesn't really
That
matter.
is
but-
because
okay.
it cancels out my -1.
Okay, yeah. So here's what happens. Based on what we have established, Leonard Fish is not a good shot. And he aims his weapon at the crab right as you go to smash the flashlight down on it. The crab doesn't run away, but you do hear the gun go off with a bang, and you feel just a absolutely splintering pain in your calf, and you have been shot in the leg. As Leonard Fish goes, "Damn, missed again." We'll get this thing yet. Don't worry. And he sees, having shot a civilian now, pulls out a kind of like Bowie knife looking thing, and goes to attack the crab himself, and actually does slice down on it for 1 damage after felling Lark.
How much damage did Lark just take?
Oh, yes. Good question. Lark, you took 3 damage from the bullet wound. And you are like immobile because it went through the front of your leg.
Can I start crawling away or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. You start crawling away. I imagine you like make it up the steps of the person who called, presumably Leonard Fish. And she's kind of like still watching in fear and sees you and like now calls 911. So you start to hear kind of some ambulance noises coming from St. Joseph's before long, but this crab is still here, still threatening Mystic Mikey and looking like it does want to fight.
All right, I'm going to try to stab it again.
Yeah, go for it.
Do I get the +1 forward also as a result
It says all hunters involved in the fight get +1 forward. Yep, you do.
Okay, nice. So I got a 10.
10 is great. On a 10 plus, you choose 1 extra effect. You gain the advantage, take +1 forward, or give +1 forward to another hunter. You inflict terrible harm, so +1 harm. You suffer less harm, or you force them where you want them.
I'm going to inflict terrible harm on this creature.
Terrible harm. So is that 3?
That would be 3 damage, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so we have established that creatures in this game can't, like monster type creatures don't die when you take their points past 0 if you don't know their like special weakness or whatever. Right. But what this creature does, it's not like some huge final boss type thing. It like keels over. It looks dead. You're not sure if it's like dead or fainted or whatnot, but you do have control of this creature's kind of lifeless body on the ground.
I think we should try to take it to the park ranger's office.
Okay.
And see if she knows a way to like immobilize this thing, or like, and she also has that first aid kit where we could get a little patched up. Like, I don't know. What do you guys think?
So here's what happens, kind of all in succession. I like that idea. You are going to have to convince or somehow otherwise deal with Leonard Fish because he goes, hey, nice stabbing there, kid. Yeah, we can just get this over to the construction site. Mr. Malone will love it for the kind of first real monster installation at Cryptid World. And I appreciate you folks helping out with that. While he says that, misled statement, come on, I'm Johnny, I'm rooting for you all. An ambulance pulls up and none other than Magic Marlene pops out and kind of like screams when she sees Lark, just absolutely crashing out on this person's porch, getting blood everywhere on this nice white painted area, and goes, oh my gosh, Lark, are you okay? And rushes over with kind of a gurney. She glances at you, Mystic Mikey. You share kind of a, sensually coded look as she kind of sees you conquering this beast. And she and her colleagues rush off with Lark in the ambulance. So it is just Clinton and Mystic Mikey here with Leonard Fish, who has a gun and is intent on bringing this crab back to Cryptid World. That's what we see.
Yeah, it seems like we need to manipulate him to think it's a good idea to take it over to the sheriff's office, but I guess he seems pretty intent. So I
mean, this would be a perfect manipulate someone situation if you think you could get it done. I'll let you take +1 forward still from the stellar encounter roll. You could also try using magic since you each have some kind of supernatural powers going on. You could also try to fight Leonard Fish. There are a number of options, but you kind of heard his statement and he's intent on taking this away and is armed.
Yeah, I guess my MO, I guess Clinton probably doesn't want to like have a reasoned conversation with this guy. I also don't know if I would want to fight someone with a gun. That doesn't seem like it's going to be a super big success. Like, I guess like the thing that comes to mind right now is like, could I like show him like my magic or something and be like, hey, look at this cool thing, like while kind of Mikey deals with the body using his contraptions or something.
You could do that.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I don't really know. I mean, I don't really have anything on me that would like. I guess I could use a preparedness roll to try and package this thing up in like some kind of airtight monster container, which does not seem like a bad. I have 2 of those, so I would still have 1 in the chamber.
You could even use a charge of preparedness to say you're in the ranger station with the corpse of the crab, and I would have to find a narrative reason for it. So.
I'm guessing this is going to be a hard manipulation.
Yeah. We'll manipulate someone. This is the monster of the week kind of simplicity. It's the same for every one. Oh, okay. Right? So yeah, it's like true, I guess. It's the same deal where it's like on a 7 to 9, it'll be like a kind of middling outcome, and on a 10+, it'll likely work, right?
So you still have +1. What's the modifier on manipulate someone?
Charm. Which for me is -1 to my basic roll.
I have 0, but you get +1. We get +1 from the thing, and you could help me theoretically.
Yeah, could we do like we both are like the monster experts, and we're like, look, like we've seen a bunch of these things before, and totally agree it'd be great for the museum, but like we got to go make sure that this isn't like we've seen so many radioactive things during our day. Like we got to take this over to the sheriff's office right now, or else we could all be dead within seconds.
Yeah, I love that as a justification because it like implies harm to Leonard Fish even handling the thing. So maybe you all are like saying you have to just cleanse it and then you'll like turn it over later. But obviously you don't have intentions of doing that. Yeah, if you want to go with that, you can definitely, whoever has the higher charm can manipulate someone, and then the other person can help, which is a + cool for the help and a + charm for the manipulate someone.
Let's see how this goes. Okay, so I got an 8.
+1?
7 + 1 for 8.
Okay. So, Tyler, you don't have to have Clinton help out because it won't bump it up to a 10. On a 7 to 9, the person will do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it. If you ask too much, they'll tell you what, if anything, it would take for them to do it. I don't think you're asking too much, particularly for the reason that you've given and that this was kind of just on a whim for him. But you do have to do something right now to show that you mean it, which means like you mean that the monster is somehow posing a danger even in its inert state.
Yeah, okay. I have still in my inventory, I have the bone dagger that I made to kill the prior monster.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give it to him and be like, this dagger is made out of a monster bone and it's extremely sharp and dangerous. So, and you can hang on to it. You can show your boss this cool artifact if you want to. But this is the type of stuff we're dealing with here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he fully sees the connection, but he likes knives. So he's excited that he has a new cool one. And he like walks away kind of like marveling at the knife and goes, yeah, you all deal with that and bring it over later, okay? And he kind of walks back across the road. Meanwhile, Lark, you are being treated for your bullet wound. You kind of pass out from the pain eventually. And you wake up once more in the hospital. And Dr. Kipchetti comes by and goes, Lark, it's real bad to see you in here with these types of injuries. What have you been getting yourself into? This is after your leg's been all patched up and you're on a copious amount of drugs. So you're feeling a little floaty, but not much pain is coming through.
I don't want to be in here any more than you do. I don't know.
I want to be here, Lark. I'm a doctor. This is my job.
I was just looking for Professor Devil, and then someone shot me in the leg.
Okay. Should we like call the sheriff or something?
No. It's under control.
I'm not used to gun violence in this town. Okay, I'm gonna file a
neither.
report. I'm no trauma surgeon, but this doesn't seem to be the type of thing I shouldn't at least report to the police. So I'm gonna do that, and you continue to recuperate. Meanwhile, Mystic Mikey and Clinton, where are you bringing this trapped crab that you have? Well, first of all, are you doing anything to, like Mystic Mikey said, package up the body or try to tie its legs off or something, or are you just kind of carrying it?
I think it's not a bad idea to try to, I don't know, package it up, I guess.
For sure.
Yeah, put it in a stew.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, give it a little, what do you call that? Tie it up with some twine, like a nice roast or something like that.
Yeah. Do you want to tie its legs off or trap it somehow or just carry it? Totally up to y'all.
Yeah, I mean, we can. I don't really know if it's going to like do anything, I guess, but
I feel like we should tie the pincers. Like first rule of crabs, you got to tie the pincers together.
I guess we could maybe try to break the legs off. I mean, I don't know if
Damn.
that would probably be kind of gnarly, but
you could.
Let's do it. Sure. Yeah.
Fuck it. We're going to try and we're eating crab tonight, boys.
Okay. I'll say they don't come off when you try to pull them. And even when you like push them with enough leverage to like break a very strong, regular crab's leg off, especially if it's this long, like the legs are really long. The legs are like 5-6 feet tall. It doesn't budge. And so, Mikey, you try something else. You start kind of sawing through it with the knife you used to stab it initially. And the glow from the knife kind of flashes again, and that does it. So it seems like you need some special hardware to cut through this thing. But when you do cut it off, more of this like kind of molten looking orange bright blood starts pouring out of the leg. And do you continue to cut off the rest of its legs? Does that give you any pause, or do you just keep going with your task?
It's molten, like it's hot, like hurting Mystic Mikey, or just like it kind of seems weird.
So I imagine Mystic Mikey is not like touching it actively. Like he's sawing off the leg and it's like pooling out on the ground. You can try to touch it. You do feel like heat radiating off of it. It does appear to be hot. I don't think it's like lava hot, but that's just what it looks like. Like that's a good comparison, I would say, for the look of it.
Maybe it's like reconstituting or something.
Yeah, what do you think, Mikey?
I think we need to like I mean, I guess we could hurry.
Yeah, the blood doesn't appear to be like forming anything. It's just pooling on the ground.
It just is warm.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I like get a little sample of it?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
What are you using to capture the sample, though?
I don't know, just a vial that I have in my pocket.
Yeah. It would hold in a vial. It's not hot enough to like burn through a vial. So you kind of pick some of the blood up and you can add vial of crab blood to your inventory alongside your bread and your bowl.
The bread is gone.
Oh, bread is gone. So delete that from your inventory, replace it with blood. I imagine you still have the bowl. And you continue to saw the legs off. Clinton, are you doing anything when you see the blood pour out like this, or are you just kind of observing?
I think probably we need to be looking to go get like a vehicle to transport this or something, right? So I think maybe I am...
You don't need a vehicle. You can pick up the like, especially once the legs are off, you can pick up the like little disc of the crab body in your hand. But if you want to just get through all the legs, we can just say snap and you do that. What are you going to do with the legs and or the rest of the blood, which is kind of like pooling up on the grass now and searing through it a little bit? Like it's leaving not like charred like a asteroid hitting or something, but it is like killing the grass because it's so hot.
I think we just hurry through it. Like we're trying to get it analyzed.
Okay, and are you taking the legs with you, or are you just leaving them there?
Probably take the legs with us.
Oh, yeah, take them with us for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you have, let's see, how many crab legs do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 10 long, like bamboo shoot like crab legs in a bundle, and this crab body that is still kind of bleeding. In fact, actually, it's not kind of bleeding. It's like the blood is still flowing out as if the wounds were new. So I imagine the carrying of it is a bit awkward, where you kind of like have it out in front of you and you're trying not to get this like hot liquid blood on you. And where are you carrying it?
It's like Kevin carrying the pot of chili. I mean, Park Ranger still feels like a good play to me.
Yeah, it's either that or the Haven, but I feel like
Or the Haven.
Yeah, Park Ranger seems good. To let him take a look at it.
Let me take a look. So
they had like testing gear, Johnny. We think like more than just like first aid, or
So it wasn't as well set up as like the Haven would be. It's not like a lab. It's more like they had gear for trapping animals, and they had gear for like stitching up wounds and stuff in like and bandaging wounds in a very like rudimentary type of way.
Okay.
Like you saw a splint, for a broken limb or something, but nothing beyond that.
We probably do want to make sure that we keep at least some of the legs for ourselves, given the monsters tend to have a weakness of their own stuff. So maybe like we do want to find a way to smuggle some stuff back to our Haven, but also get some of it looked at by the Ranger.
So my thought is on taking it into the Haven is that the Haven has protection spells, meaning it is safe from monsters and they cannot enter. And I don't know, maybe it would like weaken it, I guess, if it was in the Haven under the protection spells. I don't know how that would work canonically, but I don't know. The description just says your Haven is safe from monsters they cannot enter. Monsters might be able to do something special to evade the wards, but not easily.
Yeah, so once... I think it's going to be the type of thing I almost treat it like, kind of the classic roots of this game, which are like vampires, where like if you invite it in, like if you carry it in, I think mainly that text is like it's not going to penetrate, by force. But I think it won't just be like inert down there. So you might have to like pull some strings to try to create some kind of like temporary, there's like a whole panic room system you can put in the Haven that you could trap it in or something, or like a monster cage. Like that's what those mechanics are for. So you could drum up some way to do that kind of thing, or pick that up the next time you level up and have that be like the strategy for keeping it long term. You could try to get the sheriff involved. You could try to get the ranger involved. I'll let y'all decide that potentially in chat. Meanwhile, Lark, this is what happens to you. So you're all bandaged up. It's actually Magic Marlene herself who is taking care of kind of overseeing your recuperation. I imagine like these things are happening roughly out of time, asynchronously. So Lark, you probably stay in the hospital overnight, maybe multiple nights. But we'll compress that time down and say, it's still the day of. Mystic Mikey and Clinton are taking care of the crab that they have been severing. And Magic Marlene comes into your room and you're conscious. The drugs are kind of like starting to work their way through your system. So you're not like necessarily all that drowsy. You're just feeling, again, a little bit less pain. And she goes, wow, Lark, are you okay? This is a gnarly injury. What happened?
We were checking out my friend's house because there have been some weird threats recently, and that crab showed up, and we were trying to take care of it because we know it's been trying to hurt you, and And this guy, the private security guy, just came out of nowhere and started shooting. Got me in the leg.
Wow. That's I don't like having those private security guys around. They pose a real threat to the safety of this town, don't you think?
Yeah, especially now. I don't know how I'm gonna even walk out of here. Need a scooter, maybe.
Yeah, well, that's why I have this for you. And she kind of wheels a wheelchair in, and she goes, yeah, I actually need to take you out of here for another test. So why don't can I help you into the chair?
Yeah.
Okay, so she helps you into the chair and starts wheeling you out into the hallway. It is pretty close to kind of like the night shift kind of switching over at this point. So the hospital is, less staffed than it would be. And actually what she does is she starts to wheel you kind of pretty far down the hallway, like outside potentially of what you would imagine is like where you might get the test, like in the next room over or something, and is kind of walking with purpose. And that's what you notice. So you're a little weirded out by what's going on, I would say.
So where are we going again?
Oh, it's just down the hallway there.
Oh,
And she
okay.
keeps she kind of picks up her pace a little bit.
Is it really this far?
She's like wheeling your IV alongside you on one of those like wheelie carts and goes, yeah, actually I'm gonna just update your levels here. And kind of she stops and starts fiddling with the IV bag a little bit. And do you do anything?
But I feel fine. It doesn't really hurt that bad.
Yeah, I want to make sure I get this kind of all set up for you before we get this test done.
I don't know if this is like dramatic irony where like I know and my character doesn't know, but I feel like Lark kind of knows. So is there any way that I could just like kind of pinch the IV and play into it? Like so it's
yes. So the thing that I think, well, yeah, this Lark is the one who is tipped off to like this being a little weird.
Yeah.
That she would be like adjusting an IV bag outside of your hospital room and wheeling you somewhere that seems to be like far away from your original location. You can pinch the IV. You can even like subtly take the like needle out of your arm if you want. The consequence will be like that will cut off the entire cocktail that was going in. So you'll probably start feeling a lot of pain in like 30 minutes, right? But yeah, if you want to prevent the IV from going into your arm, you definitely can.
Okay, I'm gonna just put my other arm over my arm and just pinch it. I'm not gonna take it out fully, and then I'm gonna try to play into it so it seems like I'm getting knocked out, but I'm still, aware. And because my hand's over it, if I need to pull it out, if something's happening, I'll try to do that.
Okay, we'll say that you do that underneath your like robe, because I think if you just did that, she would see like you're right there. Yeah. I think if you want to pinch it and not pull it out and like have the modularity of being able to go back and forth, I'm going to have you act under pressure to like do a little bit of a sleight of hand.
Okay.
If you would rather just pull the needle out and accept the consequences of that, you can definitely do that.
No, I'll try another roll.
Okay, yeah.
What could go wrong?
Act under pressure is plus.
You gotta
cool.
stop rolling, man.
But I have plus sharp. I have plus sharp. So.
Oh yeah, plus sharp.
Okay.
It's not gonna go well.
Okay, 9.
9. So I give you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay. So I'm gonna say that the worst outcome is you kind of fumble your arm underneath the gown to try to reach over and pull and hold the tube, but you kind of get tangled up in your gown. She doesn't notice this, but you do actually accidentally pull the needle out of your arm. So it does happen that you are no longer receiving any drugs, rather than kind of getting the more modular approach that you were going for. So you kind of got what you wanted, but it was a little bit hedged. Meanwhile, Mystic Mikey and Clinton, what's up with that crab body?
All right, we decided to burn one of my preparedness rolls to give us like some type of monster containment box.
Okay. Tell me what this looks like. I think in order to justify it, I'm imagining like the clear or like semi-clear shell of a like a CRT TV, like all hollowed out of its insides, and like affixed with some kind of electromagnetic seals or something. Like, tell me what the invention looks like. And that could just be my imagination. You can go a different direction if you'd like.
I guess that sounds cool. I was kind of imagining one of those cool, like it was kind of the color and transparency of one of those old like Game Boy Advances that was like kind of see-through, you know?
Yeah.
I think that like, just like a box that's kind of has like various, I don't know, electronic situations that have monster managing properties.
Maybe we'll say like, since you're still pretty new to this, it's like a cage type of deal that doesn't have like monster specific neutralization, but maybe like if something moves within it, it gets like electrocuted or something like that. So that's safe for this crab because it can't move since it's kind of just a disc head thing. I'm not sure what to call that, but Clinton, are you still going to be carrying the legs? Are you disposing of those somewhere? What's kind of the deal with that before you move on to the sheriff's house or station, I should say?
I think our goal is to carry all of them. So yes, we're keeping them.
Yeah, you can do that. I imagine like Clinton carrying like the legs like bound up in like twine or something. So it's like a firewood type of situation where you're like, I got the legs. So where are you taking these? Is it to the sheriff's station or is it somewhere else?
I don't really want to take it to the sheriff's station now that it's contained in this box.
Yeah, you can just put it in the Haven if you want to study it later. That'd be fine.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe like, I imagine you're both kind of wondering how Lark is doing. So maybe you take a trip to St. Joseph's after you tell me, but that's where my mind was going. What do you think you do after you have kind of the crab successfully contained?
I think first we go over to the Haven probably right away, and we have to kind of probably distract the diner goers probably that we're carrying in these giant crab legs and crab body.
Sure. Yeah, probably, I like that as a scene.
Probably Mikey go make a scene of some sort while I'm kind of in the back trudging these things down.
Yeah, so you walk up to the parking lot area where Mr. Jackson died just a week ago. You're carrying this strange, like semi-transparent box of crab with its legs cut off and all of its 10 very, very long legs, like 5 feet long, bound up in twine. What's your plan here for getting through?
I sprint into the diner and I go, everybody, there's a giant, scary, interdimensional crab outside and it's trying to kill everyone. Get out of here. It's coming right for the diner.
A few people leave, but a lot of people are just kind of staring at you, like weirded out. So I'm going to have you manipulate someone, and we'll have this be for the crowd of people who are a little bit more skeptical, more non-believers, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, I got a 4.
Okay, on a 4, the people running out of the diner, like, just immediately clock Clinton with, like, the box and the legs, and they kind of wander back in and go, I mean, there maybe was a bad crab, but it seems like it's dead now. So everyone's good. We can go back to our breakfast for dinner. Yay!
Well, maybe we could just come back when it's a little less busy or something like that. Like we can just stick it in my apartment for a little while.
And you see, I want to remember the exact name I have here. You see Perkins McDermott walk up to you, Mystic Mikey, and go, "No, why don't you just bring the thing in now? We're all chill."
Perkins McDermott, you say?
Yeah, he was the proprietor of the Moonfork Curling Club. Remember?
It's got some interesting initials. I guess technically it's PM, but
yeah, one letter off.
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe the M is invisible. I was gonna say silent, but that doesn't make any sense.
why don't you bring the crab remains in now? We're all fine. Everyone in this town has seen a lot of shit.
It's Professor. Yeah. Does the name Professor Devil mean anything to you?
What'd you say, little punk?
I'm
What'd
so
you say,
sorry.
little man?
I forgot the reason that this Perkins McDermott is walking up to me.
Because he, just like everyone, clocks that Clinton's waiting right outside with like the corpse or the severed parts of this crab, and he goes, "Why don't you just bring it in now? Like, no one, it's not a problem. We all know
Okay.
you got something going on underneath the fucking Valentine's or whatever. It's fine."
Okay.
All right. If you say so. I don't know.
Sandy goes, can you just like try to not get any of whatever is coming out of that thing on the floor?
Yep.
The one
Here's
thing
your bowl.
she like takes it back and immediately like goes to the sink and like turns on the hot water. But one thing I will say, Mikey, that you're gonna have to manage when you make it down, and Clinton's, I just imagine a scene of Clinton like just slowly like carrying these monster parts through the diner, and everyone's kind of ogling at you both. One thing you are going to have to deal with is the crab has not stopped bleeding from the same amount that it started bleeding when you started severing the legs off. So like the cage, as it were, is like filling up with this like molten, or not molten, but you know what I mean, warm blood. That is like kind of this orange shining color. But you both make it down to the haven. You're seeing that the cage is filling up. Meanwhile, Lark, you've taken the IV out of your arm and you kind of start to sober up as Magic Marlene wheels you right out of the hospital. So directly out the back door, and kind of starts wheeling you down a gravel path.
Marlene, this is starting to kick in harder now. Where are we going? It feels colder outside.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Just let those drugs take on over. You'll be fine. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Are we almost there?
We'll be there in a little minute. And you see, Lark, something that you would not have believed were it not for the strangeness of the events you've experienced in the past few weeks. But you see the kind of pink light surrounding Magic Marlene pulse with energy. And it kind of facilitates this honestly kind of disturbing transformation before your eyes, where you hear kind of like the crunching of bones. And it's one of those type of fantasy made horror type tropes where it's like a shapeshifter, but like what it would actually be like if human bones were like transforming into this thing. So like you hear a lot of crunching, like you almost hear like some grunts of pain from Marlene as her form transforms into honestly a really cute little octopus. It's this small pink octopus with these little like translucent ears on top and like a small little like snout nose type of thing that almost looks like a little faucet, and two very intelligent looking eyes peer out from like each side of their head. And now you don't see a mouth, but you do hear the voice that just spoke to you, and they go, things are moving a little slowly. I'm sorry about this. But they kind of perch on your leg, and another being comes out from the trees, you would assume. You don't see it because it's behind you. And starts wheeling your wheelchair forward into the woods down the gravel path. What do you do?
Is there any way, first, do I know if that was a Marlene, or is there a chance that that was something else pretending to be Marlene?
You don't know that. Yeah,
Okay.
You just saw someone who looked like Marlene transform into a tiny, cute little octopus. That's
Okay.
pink.
I think the only thing I could try to do right now, I know I'm like in a hospital gown and stuff. Is there any way I can like kind of just every so often drop a piece of something to kind of leave a trail? Because I feel like it's not like I can run away. I got a hurt leg, but yeah,
this will be a roll, and I'm curious as to like what you can narratively justify that you have that could be dropped. Like, I can see, you know how there's like bandages on your IV?
Mm-hmm.
You could have maybe like torn some of those off, but it would be hard to like, it would be hard to create big enough pieces of that without them realizing that you've taken the IV out, and like create big enough pieces of that, like tearing things. Like I just don't see, like, what would you have had that you could justify this with?
Maybe I'm just wearing slippers and I drop a slipper. Slipper falls off.
That totally works. You can do that, and I think you can do that without rolling.
Okay, yeah, I'll just do that. Maybe one slipper and then another slipper. 50 yards down.
We'll say you create a like pseudo trail. Like if someone were looking pretty hard, they could figure out that something went back behind the hospital and was taking you with it.
Yeah, like the only thing I feel like I can do here.
That totally works. Yeah.
Okay.
And you eventually do turn around just to see what's kind of going on. And what you see is, again, something you would not have believed, but is now something that kind of totally makes sense. It is like, what I have in mind is I was very impacted as a creative by the SpongeBob movie growing up. And I'm imagining like one of those ancient looking like submarine suits, right? So it's got like the big like porthole looking mask and like the big kind of almost steampunk looking like boots and gloves and things. But inside, behind the visor, you don't see like a human face or even the face of a sea creature. You just see like a burning flame that is apparently like working this suit somehow. And you are alert. The pain starts to come back into your leg. Meanwhile, Mystic Mikey and Clinton, what are you doing about the blood filling up in the cube? Or if anything, you could just let it fill up if you would like, but I imagine you want this thing to like maybe stay alive or do something with it before that point.
We could try and bandage it, I guess. See if we can stop the bleeding that way. I guess if it's hot, maybe that's not going to work. That or just have a drainage system or something, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we could just try to drain the blood.
And again, like, I don't think you all perceive this necessarily to be a threat of it like escaping necessarily. It's more just like it might drown in its own blood.
Yeah.
It might like break containment if the thing bursts or something. You don't know. So yeah, you can drain it out if you would like.
I feel like we should drain it.
Okay.
Where is I'll allow Mystic Mikey to be able to like rig up a kind of sewage system, for lack of a better term, for this drainage. But they're just like anything in our lives, which is important to remember. Your waste goes somewhere, you know. So where are you going to be funneling this blood out to? It could be really any point in town. I'll allow that.
Well, surely there's not an infinite amount of blood.
You don't know. All you know is it hasn't stopped it's bled the same amount from the moment you cut off that first leg to now. It's like bleeding out of all its leg holes.
Okay. The
Does
grease
seem like this
trap? That seems like an awful idea. I'm not gonna lie.
Like how much like what's our guess for how long it would take to fill up like some sort of like kiddie pool inside the Haven? Like if we went and did something else, like this is going to be like we have to come back every hour to drain the pool. Cause I guess I'm kind of nervous to let it kind of flow down the city drains or whatever, just because maybe it's going to bring other stuff to get it or something.
Yeah, so the blood is viscous, kind of like you would imagine magma is. So it's not flowing at like a very strong rate, but it is a constant rate. And the holes are like big enough that it's almost filled up the box you've put it in, even it just being there. So it would be a considerable amount of blood if you left it for, say, overnight or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to drain it somewhere.
And you can, like for now, just say we put it in a receptacle big enough to hold what the blood would do like for a limited time period. It's just something you will have to deal with, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we could put it in like a large garbage bin or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of crazy that this thing appears to be infinitely bloody.
Yeah.
I do kind of want to test the blood too and like see what's up with it, you know?
Yeah.
You'll have plenty of blood to test.
Yeah, that much is clear.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
I think for now, just big kiddie pool or garbage bin, and we're like, this is an issue. Definitely keep a vial of blood on you though, so we can kind of bring it around with us and see how it reacts to stuff, I guess. And
okay,
does it appear that like being submerged in its own blood is like doing anything to this crab?
It doesn't appear to have like woken up yet. So no, you're not sure. Like if it's going to wake up, it's not reacting. And its skin isn't like being burned through or anything like that, if that's what you mean. Yeah. It's just kind of floating on the surface of this rising tide of magma blood.
All right.
Okay, so you all throw it in a kiddie pool that Clinton dug out of his storage at his cabin, and it kind of starts to... only other thing, do you take it out of the containment, or do you just leave the cube in there and like hope if it bursts, it's going to like... Sorry to get logistical, it's just something that might matter.
I think we want to... Oh, man. I mean, I feel like this thing is going to reconstitute itself at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Can you drill a hole, like drill a small hole in the side of the monster containment unit?
Yeah, I feel like that might be the best approach.
Yeah, that works.
I don't know if that'll structurally compromise the monster containment unit, but
I can tell you I'm not going to pull something like that on y'all. I just need to know where this blood's going.
Let's do that. Okay.
Yeah, it starts to pour out of the cube into the receptacle y'all have set up in the Haven, and you come upstairs, no longer carrying any of the parts you brought with you down there. And Sandy's about ready to close up for the day. You all head over to the hospital, and you check in with the nurse on staff there, and they bring you over to Lark's room, and staring back at you from the bed, or not lying in the bed, but I should say investigating the bed, is Sheriff Dent. And he turns around and goes, boys, I think we got a problem. And that's where we'll end our session today.
Weird America, would you give me this one thing? It's medieval, but it's as modern as something on the radio or the phone you can't put down. Weird America, I'll be seeing you around. Weird America, I'll be seeing you on the swells today.